Hello, Steve White, TrekBoy89 of SteveArts89. Well, as usual, it's 4:30 in the morning and some news has dropped. As it's in Rona, the Rona universe, I was actually working out around 1 a.m. and I actually lay down and fell asleep for an hour or so, and then I woke up and I saw some talking about Lower Decks. Apparently, a trailer leaked about 4 or 5 hours ago, and people were talking about that. And Ketwolski had a video up talking about that, basically saying, oh, I hope this video doesn't get taken down, I hope people actually get to see this, I hope my video doesn't get taken down, and talking about screen caps and it being, and I'm like, just wait a minute, there was a preview, there's actually an official CBS preview for Lower Decks, so that popped up half an hour ago, because when I went to look for the trailer, the links didn't work, but I just googled, looked on YouTube, thinking there would be someone else would have uploaded a trailer of it, and the official one's out. So whether they just put it out since it was already leaked, or whether it was meant to come out, because people were saying it wasn't supposed to come out until the convention. So I don't know if it was supposed to be released or if it was just one of those, well, it's already out, let's just release it. But there was a trailer. It was about 2 minutes, 15 seconds, I think. It wasn't as bad as I thought. It was much better than I thought. I was really surprised. I thought the voice acting, the animation, the characters, it was a lot better than I thought, and a lot better than Picard, and a lot better than Discovery. And I was kind of surprised that some people were jumping on it automatically, saying, oh, it's a parody, Star Trek's just a parody of itself, and I'm like, I think that's jumping on a bandwagon. I'm not sure. I mean, there are characters who are already instantly annoying in the ad, in the trailer. The Ensign Mariner, she reminded me of Red Fraggle. That's all I could think of was Red Fraggle, just the over-the-top, perky, athletic, too much sort of character who's always making fun of Ensign Bolomir. I can't pronounce his name. We haven't heard it said yet. He seems to be the central character somehow. He wants to be a captain. Red Fraggle basically jumps on him doing a captain's log and basically just fantasizing about being a real Starfleet character, real Starfleet commander. And she is annoying. Like, there's a scene towards the end where they're in a shuttle and she's like, oh my god, it's the shuttle with the blast shield, and she's like pressing it up and down and singing a song about blast shields, and I'm like, is she really that annoying, or does she just enjoy annoying him because he's so serious and uptight? And he does seem annoyingly uptight. Now, the other characters, Ensign Tennis? Oh god, I can't read my own writing. God, this is so bad. The green girl. There's a moment where she walks on the ship. Apparently they show her arriving, so she's probably the character who, like, we follow into the story, where she comes onto the ship and we meet everyone through her. She's like, this is the most exciting thing ever, seeing the ship, and as annoying as she could be being that perky, considering how negative everyone has been on the other Star Treks with the cynicism and space is boring and like From Beyond and all that attitude, there doesn't seem to be any of that here. They are excited to be here. That's what I loved about the trailer. The characters are excited to be there. Space exploration is exciting. They want to be on the bridge. They want to be part of the captain's crew. They want to be on the bridge. That is what I love. The attitude, the excitement, the enthusiasm, the optimism. That's what I really was excited about. Now, I do feel that Red Fraggle is annoying as hell, and the nerdy sort of character, seeing him constantly made fun of, is going to get a bit tired. But I did find those moments almost funny. I found the blast shield thing really annoying as hell. And why would a shuttle have blast shields when it has shields? That part didn't make sense to me anyway. But was it just there for a gag, or is there supposed to be some reason for it? Does it have any logic? I mean, Trek Yards, help us out here. They'll talk about it. They'll do a video. I don't have to think about it. The other guy, Ensign, I can't even, Rutherford. He seems like a jock character. Like there's a holodeck simulation where he basically takes out a whole Borg crew, and the captain's like, "You're a natural born warrior," blah. And he's a bit over the top, but he seems respectable. The only other thing that worries me was they do seem to make fun of the bridge crew, particularly one commander who actually shuts down Green Girl, because obviously she's on the ship and she's overexcited, and he's just like, "Look, go down to the lower decks where you belong." His attitude, the idea there's a douchey commander kind of bothers me. I don't think I'd like to think no one in Starfleet, no douche would get through to that level of Starfleet. But then again, I mean, this is one of those things where you're bringing real life, current day issues into Star Trek. Yes, we have douches, we have horrible bosses, and it looks like he's the horrible boss. There will, in the 21st century, there will be no horrible bosses. That's like part of Gene Roddenberry's philosophy. My mouth's a bit dry, I can't talk. So that kind of bothered me as well. So there's a couple little things that bother me, but the thing that sold me, is the enthusiasm, the excitement. The characters want to be there. That's what I loved about this. It seems as though space exploration is big and colourful and interesting and exciting, and you want to be there. That's what's been lacking from Star Trek. Picard was just this bitter old, let's just take ourselves out, Logan thing. Discovery was just, I don't want to think about Discovery. I'm actually enjoying myself for a second dealing with Star Trek, and even though I have those little concerns about maybe making too fun of the crew, the command crew maybe being parodies, because there's this moment where the douchey one and it's not the captain, it's another guy. He seems like a bit of a Captain Kirk Riker parody. They like chest butt because they're so great. I'm like, I don't want to deal with them. And that's bringing those sort of characters. They're like modern day characters. And the idea of the horrible bosses, I'm not sure that's going to fly. I really don't like the idea of that. I want the command crew to be someone they aspire to be, pursue, want to be. They want to get on that bridge, and they do. But I don't want any douchey characters. I don't want any Starfleet characters to be douches. Now, the Doctor looks interesting. She does seem like a cranky Dr. Pulaski type, and the idea of Dr. Pulaski is like a cranky cat. That actually kind of works for me. I can see that. And right away, the Green Girl walks in, and she's like, "Take this heart and pump it." And she's like thrown in the middle of this absolute mess. And Ketwelski made a point, like, will we actually see the explanations for some of these scenarios that we see them in? Because they don't necessarily get all the answers, because they're just thrown into the middle of things, and then they just have to fix it, and then they don't get the pretty, wrapping everything up with a bow and presenting it to Starfleet element of it. So we may just get all these, them being thrown in the middle of stuff. But ultimately, I liked the trailer. There's that end scene where he's doing a captain's log naked, and he's annoying. I guess they're cabin mates or something. Like she looks like she walks in on him. He's doing a captain's log naked. His uniform sitting on the back of the chair, and of course he jumps up and he's like, "Ah, naked!" I mean, like, that's kind of slapstick. We don't really need that, but the show is supposed to be funny. It is supposed to be for younger audiences, I think. So we're going to have some of that. But I'd still rather watch that than Picard or Discovery, I think. Because at least the attitude, if not being entertaining, is trying to be entertaining and trying to be funny and colourful, as opposed to being grim and dark and miserable and, basically just bringing Star Trek down to our current day problems to be more relatable. This actually seems like it's trying to be a Star Trek series. It's trying to be a funny Star Trek series aimed more at younger audiences, but it still seems to be trying to be a Star Trek show. That's the feeling I got from it. And that's what excited me. And whether that's just a really good constructed preview, or whether that's actually that the show is actually a Star Trek show. I'm okay with an animated Star Trek show. I'm okay with a younger audience-orientated Star Trek show. I just want it to be a Star Trek show. I want to be excited. I want to go on journeys, and I want to be inspired. I want to be there. I'm not sure if I want to be there with those guys, but I want to be there more than I want to be there on Picard's ship or the Discovery. So I'm not jumping on the bandwagon of this is trash, this is ridiculous, a parody, even though it had those couple of moments that were cringy. I'm going to let them go because I think they're probably the minority, and they're probably in there because they're trying to be funny, and that they're probably it. Like, you know, when you see the preview and they show all the best bits, they're probably all the funniest bits. That's what I'm hoping. But I'm going to go. Can't think of anything else to talk about with it. What else was there? What do we see? We see Borg on the holodeck. We see the ship, which does look better than I thought it would, but it does seem to be the sled ship where you have to basically, like, it's going between the engineering and the saucer section seems problematic. It doesn't seem like doesn't seem practical. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work. We do see a lot of aliens, familiar aliens, and lots of little things like phaser rifles and the dress uniform. And the bridge looks like a Star Trek sort of starship bridge. We see a bridge, whether it's a holodeck one or whether it's the actual bridge, I'm not sure. Like I said, the feeling I get is that they're actually trying to be a Star Trek show. And even if they're trying to be funny and they are annoying, still I'd rather that than Discovery. But that's a bad yardstick. It's like, well, compared to better than, yeah. I don't know, maybe my standards have been so lowered that I'm accepting anything like Strange New Worlds. I'm kind of excited about that because I think it could be okay if, you know, a lot of things fall into place. But yep, I'm not gonna give this I'm not gonna jump on the negative bandwagon with this. I'm gonna give it a chance and put up with the couple of little. I mean, I can't believe the moments in this could be any worse than the stuff with Neelix and Voyager. You know, so I'm trying to be positive. But I'm going to go. I've talked long enough. And I'm very curious to see if it was actually leaked and they put it out without planning to, or what happened there. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of it. Yeah, I'm going to be optimistic.